Welcome to a brand new podcast. Once again, this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. For business and sponsorship inquiries, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com if you want to have your business on this platform. Or just email us and we can schedule arrangement. And also, for all of my continued listeners, thank you for your continued support, and definitely like, subscribe, share, pass the information along about the Oracle 19 podcast. And for the new people, again, welcome. Any donations, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com if you want to pay by PayPal or give, generally speaking, a free will offering. Definitely much appreciative. And we definitely have a GoFundMe page, which is in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, which is on all major platforms: Anchor.fm, Google, Spotify, iTunes, Apple, just to name a few. And you can shop online, our baby shopping mall, evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of products, again, from clothing, household accessories in general. So definitely check that out, www.evolutionoflondon.com. Custom clothing and accessories, digital products, you can shop at www.evolutionoflondon.org. Once again, that's www.evolutionoflondon.org. O-R-G. Ebooks and software. royalty9.gumroad.com. Again, that's royalty9.gumroad.com. We have a whole wide range of ebooks and software for business purposes as well as personal, so definitely check that out as well. Music by Cheap Limousine. Cheap Limousine, which you can find him on YouTube. And there from YouTube, he have all his major platforms there. He have a wide range of different beats that you listen to right now. So Cheap Limousine channel. And speaking about YouTube, we have our channels. First one is Greatness 19. Wide range of videos, over 200 videos for education to open up the third eye. So definitely check that out. Greatness 19 channel. And our health and wellness channel, Mr. Evolution of London. There we have videos on health, wellness, basically something that you should check out, something for you to know, so check that out, Mr. Evolution of London. And we can't forget our fitness consultant, Mr. Will. He's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. If you want to book a consultation, you can email him at willysfitness99@gmail.com. So that's Willys, WILLYZ, fitness99@gmail.com. And he have a website, actually, with a wide range of clothing, which is www.wjaaccessories.com. So once again, that's www.wjaaccessories.com. And also we have a Patreon channel, videos that is not on YouTube. So definitely, if you want to subscribe to our Patreon channel, it's www.patreon.com/EVOLUTIONOFLONDON. And we have different links that will take you to other websites of ours with merchandise. So that's www.linktree.com/EVOLUTIONOFLONDON. All our information you will find in our description box in the Oracle 19 podcast. And again, it's on all major platforms. Once again, like, subscribe, share to the podcast as well as the YouTube channel. And you will see with both items that I just mentioned, the information will be in the description box on YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London, as well as the Oracle 19 podcast. So any information that I haven't mentioned, you just seek and you shall find. Today, we're going to be talking about being delusional. And that's for men and women, being delusional, especially in this day and time. So I'm going to give my perspective once again, as I always do, give my perspective of certain things. And being delusional. Now, as a man, I'm going to say in terms of the ladies, of what I see them being delusional of. And I'm sure a lot of men can understand that. Well, I give the reversal. I start off with the men. I'm going to start off with the men. Being delusional. Now, a lot of times, let's start with, again, your relationship. You should know or have an idea of the woman that you have. Again, this is not a perfect world. All of us are imperfect beings. But as a man, you are seeking the best quality woman if you're looking to marry, or if even she's being your girlfriend, significant other, partner, whatever noun you want to, or title you want to call it. And you can't change people, okay? And a lot of men are delusional. You know, you're trying to change her. You know, she's a certain type of woman. She might be a loud, abrasive individual, and you're looking for someone that's softer, more effeminate, less masculine. The question you have to ask yourself, can you change her? Is it worth it? Some men is delusional. They think they can change her. She's a masculine man. She wants to be an alpha female, whatever that is. You know, she wants to just be manly. And that clash with your personality. Now, just because maybe she's attractive to you, but she carries that masculine energy. And some men are just delusional. They think they can just change her. And they invest so much time and energy trying to coach her and persuade her and argue with her. People are who they are. That's it. Men, this is a big world. For every one man, in places there's 10 women, or sometimes 15, sometimes 20 for every one man. Depends on the region of the world that you reside in. So that's just an example I'm just giving you of being delusional. and it goes both ways, but but I'm not going to get to the ladies, and I'm going to talk about the ladies in a minute. But as far as the men, the woman that you're seeking is the woman, you should focus on trying to get. Do not try to convert someone that is not. And we all make that mistake. I know I have. Again, people are who they are. And sometimes you could be delusional, thinking that you can change that person. See, so that's a major step. Man, you should seek who you really want. If it's more positive, again, nobody's perfect. If it's more positives than negatives, you maybe could work something out. But some things is a fundamental flaw. And as for example, you might, I give you an example how I look at things. I can't deal with a woman that smokes weed. It doesn't work for me. Have I been around women that smoke weed? Absolutely. But I knew in the back of my head, it really wasn't going to go too far. It's just what it is I was in a delusional state, thinking that it's going to change. People are who they are. They like what they like. That's a fundamental thing for me that I cannot deal with. Smokers. I can hang with you, talk to you, be civil, but that's a fundamental thing for me that I cannot and should not and I will not date you. And that's an example that I can give you. And I was in a delusional state, thinking that maybe that person will change. No, they love their weed too much. Basically, if it's weed and me, it's weed all day. And that's something you have to come to grips with. I had to come to grips with. And men, another example within your relationship, if you dealing with a female that had a lot of bodies. What do I mean? If you don't know, slept with a lot of men. Now, this could be very tricky because every man have their own interpretation. Some men feel that if it's 5 men that a woman slept with, that's a lot. Some feel that if it's 15, that's a lot. But look, guys, I think universally we can all agree, most of us anyway, if she had over 100 men, that's a whore. That's a whore. If she had over 100 different men. And let me tell you, or even if you say, I'm going to say 50. Okay? But anyway, that's debatable. I know people's going to be, tripping. But it's my opinion. My perspective. But guys, men, you have to know what's good for you. What's too much for you. Your tolerance. And don't be delusional. Don't accept anything less. If you feel that 50 is too much for you, she cannot be your wife. She cannot be your girlfriend. Do not compromise your stance on life. Do not be delusional. That's just what it is. That is, it is what it is. Stand on your square. Now, also, men, you can be in a delusional state about dealing with, let's say, a woman that have children. Now, it's touchy as well because you have a lot of women out here that have children, okay? And again, it is what it is. But, it's positives and negatives to every situation. Now, it's something of your tolerance level. Personally, I would say, no, don't deal with it, a woman with children, because it's a whole lot that you have to deal with. And it's a thankless job because those children, stepchildren, will never appreciate you, in my opinion. And they know that you're not the real father. So you're never going to get that full respect. For most cases, there's always exception to the rule. I get it. But overall, it's a thankless job. And you can never be the real daddy you want to be with them. You be the make-believe. Again, ladies will tell you something different because they're supposed to. They the one carrying the baggage. So they're supposed to give you a story, a fairy tale to keep your high hopes up. Give you more delusions. But you got to know in reality what you're going against. And don't be delusional. Be clear-headed in the realities that you will be facing. And a lot of men is delusional. Oh, well, I can take care of them. They put on their Superman cape. I have videos that, or I should say, shows that I explained about men putting on their Superman cape, being delusional. So, they willing and able to take on the woman's children's, and they think they could save her and save the children and save the world, just to crash and burn. Because eventually, down the road, it's a thankless job. And you always have the baby daddy or baby daddies behind the scenes. And to even be more blunt with you, the baby daddies always have the opportunity to sleep with her again. Now, that's a subject that a lot of women don't want to hear, and they will deny that to the T. But guess what? Real men that is in these streets know what time it is. And I'm saying this for you younger men out here, especially you young black men. Stop being delusional. Don't think that it cannot happen. She could go right back to the baby daddy. And while you taking care of her fresh toddlers or teenagers, that baby daddy could come behind the scenes one Saturday night while you working late night, open door or knock on the door. I want to feed my kids. I want to feed my babies. Smack her on the behind. She start frowning. Tell him don't do that, but in reality, she likes that from Raheem. And then, he can do a quick smash while you working hard, trying to save up money to take care of her kids. And he smashes, dashes, and then you come and see her the next day, and still kiss her in the cheek or in the lips. And we know what 4 hours ago she did with those lips. Being delusional. Never think that can't happen. Never think, men, that's not the possibility. when you're dealing with a woman with children, and you know baby fathers is behind the scenes. Again, being delusional. See, these are the realities, men, that you need to know, especially you young men. Being delusional. See, these are, I'm speaking in general because I've known stories. I've talked to many, many men, hundreds of men over my years on this planet Earth. Experience things on a personal level. So, trust me, I know a little something. I know a little something. Again, being delusional. And I'm always going to drill that in your head, men. Being delusional. Stop it. This is why you're in failed relationships. Because you're trying to take on more than what you can handle. And thinking that you can save this woman or change her. She is what she is. She's a weed-smoking, degenerate whore. It is what it is. Another delusional moment a lot of men fall into the traps of is your family. Your family was, maybe when you was growing up, they was cool with you. Now that you're a man and you're standing on your square and you have different philosophies, different a way of thinking, they don't like you no more because your ideologies, your thinking is different. Especially you men that have a boss mentality, an alpha mentality, a mentality. Oh shoot, I can't get that right. What's the matter with you, greatness? Stumbling and bumbling. Well, guys, you know what I mean. Greatness is not always perfect. I'm an imperfect, perfect being. But let's continue. You have women in your family, men in your family that, whether they're jealous of you or hate you because you have a different way of thinking. And you delusional thinking that, well, they my family, they blood. They still will love me. Not necessarily true, guys. This is a fast track out here in these streets. And I translate it for guys that don't understand what I'm talking about. This is a dog-eat-dog world. It's cutthroat. It doesn't matter if you blood or not. Family can hate you. That potential is there. Do not fall in a delusional state and think that can never happen. We living in these last days. Anything can happen. Everything is wide open. That's the philosophy you need to take as men. Do not be delusional and think that your family cannot stand you. Because they are humans. And humans can fall from grace. So that is something that you need to understand clearly. So prepare yourself mentally. And don't think it cannot happen. Another topic I want to talk about is, let's say, financial, business, working at the job. Now, again, we all have to make a living. Men, that's a given. That's something you know, obviously. But sometimes you have to know when this job is not for you. And when it's time to look for another one. Don't be in a delusional state thinking that, oh, you know, my supervisor liked me and they will never get rid of me. No. You know, if you feel it, if you feel something is up or not for you within the job, make your plans. Never think you expendable, because nothing lasts forever. Again, this is business. Business and personal is two separate things. And just because people on the job, your supervisor, smile at you or, you know, talk to you nicely, never think they can't get rid of you for whatever reason, cutbacks, whatever. A lot of people just a lot of men get all into their work and thinking everyone loves them and they could be around forever. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It is what it is. So, do not be delusional in terms of the workplace. Now, I could expand on this, on different topics and on the topics that I mentioned for a longer period of time. But I don't want to be talking with y'all guys for the next 2 or 3 hours. You might want to hear it, but I got things to do. Now, the ladies, a lot of times, y'all guys is very delusional. You know this as well. Now, this is going to sound very harsh, but I have to speak on it. Here's my perspective, and here are some of the examples. Let's say, for example, you fat. You're just a fat ucker. Just a fat, greasy ucker. That is not taking care of their bodies, obviously, poor health, blah, blah, blah. And you talking about you looking for a guy 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 figures, and you fat and obese. Now, what this guy that you described that you will want you. This guy is making 6 figures, trendsetter, traveling all over the world, taking care of himself, working out, obviously, over 6 feet tall. What do he want you? What he gonna do with you? Are there exceptions to the rules? Yeah, there are. And I'm saying it with lots of sarcasm right now. But no dude, if you're talking about some high earner, doctor, lawyer, architect, blah, 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 that's taking care of some, maintaining a trendsetter, the James Bond of the world, want you. Ladies, you got to look at yourself. Look at your situation. And really think about it. For all the demands and wants that you looking at, look in the mirror. Take a good look in the mirror without the makeup and the weave. When you wake up in the morning fresh. Now, the best of the best men, would they want you? Would they want you? Stop being in a delusional state. Look in the mirror. Take a good look right now. Now, it's all, you're always trying to build yourself up, strive to be the best you can be, ladies. Yeah, take care of yourself. But, come on. I just gave you one example of being overweight. Let's say you're not overweight. Let's say you have a whole bunch of children. And the ideal man that you're looking for, the 6 figures, 6 packs, 6 feet, over 6 feet tall, he's a trendsetter. He's the ones that you see just moving about. You're dying to have. Do he really will stop and deal with you with having 2 and 3 and 4 baby daddies? And 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 children. Do you really think he will want you? Being delusional. I watch social media, time to time, and I'm always checking out what's going on in the news and society, so forth. And these women is unbelievable with their delusional mindset. They want all of these unicorn type of men. And they have nothing to offer a man but misery. And brokenness. And I just find it so unbelievable. I hear the stories. You have ladies that is in their 20s, 30s, 40s. But let's say it just women in general. Broke, got nothing to offer, do not look good, nothing. Have nothing, absolutely nothing to offer, just their little nasty box. But they want all of these great mythological men. And you hear stories where women saying, I need a man making $500,000 a year, $700,000 a year. Some say $1 million. And they working at Wendy's. Stop and think for a minute about that. They got 4 and 5 kids, 2 and 3 baby daddies. Their house is nasty, they nasty. Poor attitude, poor health. But they have all of these demands of the man that they looking for. And they have to find it. And it's non-negotiable. Look at you. Look at you. You're ugly. You think a man of high value really want you? You ugly. You bummy. You broke. You dirty. You got too many kids. You're a junkie. You're a degenerate. How you gonna expect finding a high value man? Let alone, how about a $50,000 man? Which is an average man in this day and time. Again, being delusional. You have to look, I say this, you have to look at yourself, ladies, and figure out what's your pay rate. What's your level? You have to be realistic. And a lot of times, most of the time, you're not realistic. This is why you caught up in the same delusional state, the same problems. You can't elevate because you're stuck on certain things and you don't want to change. Change is good for everyone. And ladies, this is why you're going to continue having your problems because you're in a delusional state. You're delusional within your relationships, you're delusional at your job, you're delusional even in your everyday life. You even delusional how you dress, you even delusional what you put on. You're delusional. And speaking about dressing, how in the world you talking about you want to see? Here's another point. Here's another example, my perspective of delusional, which I don't like to see, but it is what it is. Maybe this is not, let me stop, maybe, but it's one of my pet peeves, but you flow with it. How in the world you going to be wearing tights and showing off, and you got a flat butt? And you wearing tights and you walking around prancing like you got a butt? That's being delusional. That's just my pet peeve. Sorry. I hate to see you run around here with a flat butt. You have a flat butt and you run around here wearing tights. Run around here prancing like you got a body. You just showing an extra back. What is the point? You need a dress. What you showing? It's just a pet peeve of mine. Sorry. Running around here, I think it's pathetic. Personally. You got no shape. And you run around here wearing tights, showing extra back. Another pet peeve of mine, I hate to see a fat woman running around here bouncing all gut. No backside, and you also wearing tights. For what? That's my little rant. Sorry about that, guys. I just find that hilarious and hideous all at the same time. I know y'all guys not going to hear it when y'all see me. Oh, God. You probably be cursing me out from sun up to sundown. Hey, you have preferences too. So, hey, don't hate. But just like you have preferences, 6 feet tall, 6-pack, 6 figures, all of that other fun stuff, I got that as well. I hate to see a fat woman bouncing up and down the street, running around here wearing tights. All I see gut and flat behind, built like a refrigerator. You need a dress, a very big dress. You got to be delusional. You stop being delusional. You got to know what you are, It's like men, you're on the beach. You're not, if you have a gut, you're not going to wear a bikini drawers walking around on the beach. You're going to wear boxers and t-shirt, or pants and t-shirt in this case, covering your gut. Don't be, you can't be delusional. You got to know thyself. But I hate to see you, chunky, robust, burly woman running around here, gut and flab, and you wearing tights and you swear you cute. No, you fat. You're a fat uck. Just like you have no backside, no butt, and you running around here wearing tights and showing what? You don't have as much butt as a toddler. Stop! Tired of seeing this. It's hideous and hilarious all at the same time. And you men, you accept a lot of things. Y'all very delusional. Y'all very delusional. Oh, she can wear what she wants. She can wear what she wants. This is why, men, you got problems. Because you accept BS from your woman. If she can't follow your program, don't bother with her. We gotta stop, guys, bothering with these females that we trying to figure, we hoping we could change. You cannot change the people that don't want to be changed. Stop it, guys. Stop. Please. Stop. You're killing me. I'm dying here. Stop. You're ridiculous. Have some standards, guys. I know I've been there. I did a lot of degenerate stuff and accepted a lot of degenerate behavior. I was just a freaking idiot. A jackass. But it gotta stop. And it stopped for me. It took me a long time, but I stopped in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. And you need to don't start it, especially you young men. Because again, standards is very important. Don't be delusional. Don't think if this is what you're looking for. And that goes with anything in life. Focus. See, women will be more delusional than men by nature. Because they live in a fantasy in their brain anyway. That's why they need a man, some type of male figure in their life to balance them out. But you men gotta be focused. I just gave you a few examples of female delusional behavior. But it won't change unless you men change and draw a line in the sand of what you're really looking for and what you really won't accept from anyone, man, woman, or child. That's the reality, men. And when you learn and you start applying things in your life to not be delusional and be focused, you're going to win. Win. Win every time. We all make mistakes. That's human nature. We're going to continue making mistakes because we are perfect, imperfect beings. Raise your standards and stop being delusional. Thank you for listening. Sí.